circuit number 6. And it's just stopped.
Hi everyone, welcome to Dusty Shelf, and I do hope I find you well. A couple of things today. I'm going to do a little review on this. We'll come to that in a moment. But first of all, the Flying Scotsman with the steam generator. So a couple of weeks back, the model arrived. I did a review on that. Had some fantastic responses from it, so thank you to everybody that's watched it. Thank you to all those that have messaged me. But if you watch the review, you'll see that the steam generator on my particular item does cut out, and a lot of people have pointed out they've found the same thing, that it doesn't happen with the P2, which has a larger reservoir of water, but on the Flying Scotsman the steam generator is cutting out. Now, when I opened the box, there was a leaflet in there. It said to make sure you don't overfill the generator. I only put 3 millilitres of water in. This is a Flying Scotsman. The P2 I think took 6 or 7 millilitres. But anyway, there's a bit of paper in the box specifically stating that. So obviously Hornby are aware that the generator does cut out. Now, I found that when I was reviewing the loco. It doesn't bother me too much because when it's going around it looks fantastic, and it was doing a couple of circuits around the layout. Then it cut out for about half a circuit and then start again. Anyway, one of my viewers, Andy, so thank you Andy, wrote to me and said another YouTuber called Model Loco, all one word, had found a resolution. I don't know whether he was given that by Hornby, but basically it involves changing one of the CV codes in the address of the loco. So what I plan to do, I'll talk about this for a little bit first, and then we'll go over to the layout, and I'm just going to do a trial with my Flying Scotsman, run it without, see if I can replicate what was happening the other day, and then change the CV code and see if there's an improvement. So we'll do that in a second. That'll be the second part of this video. Right, so before we go over to the Flying Scotsman, I want to talk about this. This arrived yesterday. This is the Hornby 2024 Christmas Wagon, believe it or not. Now, last summer I did a tongue-in-cheek video celebrating Christmas in the summer, or Hornby Christmas as I said, because the 2023 wagon arrived in the middle of the year. And then at Christmas I followed up with a more appropriate video at Christmas time of the Christmas wagons all running around the layout. I've been collecting these for years. I have a set running right the way from the very first one in 2005, which was the concessions wagon, quite a rare one that one, right the way through up until 2023 last year. But I don't want this to turn into a rant, but I just don't get this. Why Hornby releasing their Christmas wagon in the middle of the summer? Now, I understand the production probably comes across in the middle of the year, but there's such a missed opportunity here. So this should be released maybe September, October, when the shops are beginning to get the Christmas things in stock, and this should go with a promotion on the telly or some appropriate advertising that says come and buy your Hornby train set for Christmas, and while you're there we do this Christmas wagon. Instead they release this Christmas wagon in the middle of the year when nobody's ready for it, nobody's thinking about Christmas, and it's just the most bizarre thing to arrive on your doorstep. Merry Christmas 2024. I just don't get it. I really don't understand it. I don't understand the logic in it. You could sell probably 2-3 times these if you released them at Christmas, and you did it with the train sets, you know, on a build up to the Christmas sales. Why release it in the middle of the year? I mean, anybody else know why? I've no idea. I mean, there's probably some good reason for it, maybe the way in which the production runs, but surely you'd hold on to this stock until the prime market in the year. Maybe they think that you know, everybody's spending their money on other things at Christmas, and they won't have the money to buy the Christmas wagon. But for me, it just seems a very, very strange thing to have this arrive on my doorstep in the middle of the year. I mean, it doesn't make any difference to me. I'd buy it now or buy it at Christmas because I'm collecting them, so I will buy one, whatever. But yeah, it just seems a very odd thing to do. So hopefully that wasn't too much of a rant, but just questioning the logic behind sending this out in the middle of the year. So with that said, let's put this to one side and let's go over and let's do some trials on the Flying Scotsman.
Right, I'm going to try and do a subjective test here. So I've run this dry, or I believe it's at least as dry as I can get it. So let's just put some water in. This is exactly 3 millilitres of water, which is what the instructions said. Okay, let's just put this cap back on. Now somebody said in the comments, why don't Hornby supply this with a spare cap, or at least make them as a spare? And I think they're going to have to, because people are going to lose those. It's such a small part. Right, okay, so this is as it came out the box. Okay, so we've got steam. Right, let's send it around the layout, and I'm going to monitor what happens with the steam performance. So just a reminder, this is as it came out the box. So the steam is still going quite strong. I can see it heading down the back of the layout. Quite strong steam there. You can see it as it comes past the camera. Still a good head of steam there. Circuit number 3. Circuit number 4. Circuit number 5. Circuit number 6. And it's just stopped. So circuit number 6, it's stopped working. Just a few whispers coming back through as it goes past, and there it goes, it's back on again. So it's back on circuit number 7. And it's stopped again. Yeah, I can see the water pooling in the smoke box area. It's not come back on at all. Obviously, you've got to break the surface tension that's created across the funnel outlet, or the chimney outlet, should I say. Yeah, it's still not come back on. We'll just give it one more circuit. So circuit number 8. When it comes back round, I'll try and clear the blockage. No luck that time. Right, I'm not getting any steam out of it at all, so let's just see if we can break that at all. There we go. Right, so the steam's working again. Let's run it round again and see if see how many circuits it does before it gets reclogged. Right, that's one. That's 2. And it's stopped. So two circuits and it stopped. Right, let me just stop the loco here. Sorry for the abrupt stop there. Right, so let me just bring my phone in front of the camera. So I go to locomotive settings, and at the top here, add CV editor, and then I'm going to scroll all the way down. I'll refresh these so it's just reading them. So if you go to this, I've already been through this once, so if you go through this, you'll see an update button. Push the update button and then it reads all the CVs in. So let's just let that go through, and then we scroll all the way down to 211 on the left hand side here. So numbers going past, we've got 164, 180, 211, and now I'm just going to turn this down just a little bit. Let's do it with this hand, down to 60, which is the recommended function. Exit that, go back to running. Now I'm going to clear the chimney as I did before. So let's just let me put my phone down for a second. I'm going to clear the water out from the chimney, and there you go, there's the smoke starting again. It's going to start. There it goes, a nice strong plume of steam there. So let's send it round the layout and see how many circuits we can do. Well, there's definitely less steam coming out of it, that's for sure. It's not quite such a plume. Right, there's one circuit. This will be number 3. Number 4. Number 5. And the steam has stopped. So there's definitely an improvement there, but yeah, it's still stopping, I'm afraid. The steam's just started again, so it's cleared itself. So it went round 5 times before it got blocked. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stop it again quite abruptly, and I'm going to switch that back to there it is, 211 to 65. Okay, exit. Let's send it going again, and again let's count how many circuits it does. Now the plume of steam does appear to be a little bit bigger. Okay, and it stopped already. Okay, so we have no steam there. So let me just stop that abruptly. Just going to slide it back so it's in camera shot. Right, so that went round once without it blocking. So now I'm going to do the same thing again. Put this back on to 60. Exit. And let's clear the chimney. I'll do it with a pipette actually. There we go, it's running again. Right, let's set this going once more around the layout. Now if it makes more than one circuit without the steam generator stopping, then I'm convinced there's an improvement. Okay, that's once. That's twice. Here we go, 3 times. And it stopped. Right, the steam's just started back up again. So I'm going to let this go round a couple of times, and then I'm going to try and change the CV number while it's in motion. Okay, so that's twice round. Let me try and change this while it's going. Right, so I've just moved that back up to 65. Now the plume of steam has definitely got larger, and it's stopped. So let's just wait for that to clear again. Okay, it is now steaming. Just about. Okay, there we go, we've got a good head of steam again. So this is on 65, which is as it came out the box. And it stopped again. So it made about a circuit as it came out the box. So now, while it's going round, I'm just going to take this back down to 60. The steam has started again. So if this does more than a circuit with the steam going, then I'm absolutely convinced. Now the plume of steam has reduced right down. It's a lot less. So it's done one circuit already. There's 2. I can see the water actually beginning to pool in the chimney now as it went past. But I'm going to stop it this time coming round. So very abrupt halt there again. I just put it back into shot. Yeah, sorry, it's quite difficult trying to control the loco and you know, watch the steam generator, control the loco, and operate the camera. So I'm just going to, while it's stationary here, you can see the amount of smoke that's coming out the chimney. Actually, I'll bring it back a little bit further. Let me just change the setting again while it's stationary. So at the moment it's at 60. So let's just bring that back up to 65. You see a much larger plume of steam. I'll bring it back down to 60. And it's reduced the plume way down. Let's turn this off for a moment. So certainly there is a fix here. So turning CV211, originally at 65, reducing that down to 60 does bring down the plume of steam, and certainly allows the loco to run for a lot longer with the steam working. So absolutely there is an improvement. Has it fixed it totally? No. So I'm getting 5 to 6 circuits with the steam running, at 60. I'm getting 1 to 2 circuits with it at 65, so it is a vast improvement. Certainly has made a difference, and I will be leaving mine at 60. But yeah, it's improved it, but it hasn't totally fixed it. Okay, let's wrap this video up. So, starting with the Flying Scotsman. So, I do need to run this on distilled water. At the moment, I'm still running it on water out of a boiled kettle. So, I've boiled the kettle, I've let it cool down. I'm running both of the tests on the same set of water, or the same water. Now, as Model Loco, the YouTube channel, recommended, I've changed the CV address of 211 from 65 down to 60. Now, my experience is, and this might be different for other people, I've seen the plume of steam actually visibly reduce. I believe that's what I'm seeing. The plume of steam reduces, and whereas before, when the CV code was 65, I was getting probably 2 circuits before the steam generator clogged. I'm now getting 5 circuits when I reduce that to 60. So there is a definite improvement. It's quite a subjective test that I'm running here, but I do feel I am seeing an improvement with that change. So really big thanks to Andy for pointing that out on the comments. And yeah, I do believe there is a change there, but it hasn't, in my experience, and only my experience, it hasn't totally fixed the problem. But then again, I do need to repeat this test with distilled water, so do keep that in mind. Secondly, like I said, I didn't want this to be a rant, but it just is really, really bizarre to get a Christmas wagon in the post on the 1st of July, or near it, or the day before the 1st of July. Let me know in the comments if you think that's weird. Obviously, I guess Hornby have got their reasons, and as I say, it probably is down to the fact they think at the end of the year people won't have money to spend on the Christmas wagons. But yeah, I just think it's quite a strange thing. But there you go. So with that, I'm going to leave this video there. As always, if you've enjoyed the video, if it's been any use to you, please do give it a thumbs up, and why not check out the channel? There's plenty on there, and if you can subscribe, it'd be doing me a really big favour. And yeah, I'll wrap this video up, and I'll say thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.